Hey guys, hope you all are doing well. So guys, this is going to be a very important video because in this video I will tell you about the div, that what is div, how to use div, and why do we use the div. So let me give you an introduction about div. So here I have an example. Fine, this is rw3 schools. From here you can learn so many things. So this is an example from this website. As you can see, it's a box, it's a complete box. It is a layout of the website, but it's a complete box. You can see here this line, complete box. This is one div, but this is our main div. Fine, this is main div. Now here you can see there is a header. Every website has a header, so this is a separate div for header, and this is our navigation menu. This is also a div, and the content is also a div. The main content is also a separate div. This content is separate div, and footer is also a div. So whenever we design or we create a layout of the website, so we create div for them. We create div for header, and we give it a class and id, a unique id. I hope you know about class and id. We have discussed in our previous video. Fine. So each and every component of website, it has a separate div. For example, we are using a logo here. Fine. So the logo has a separate div. Each and everything is in its own component. Component means a part. So how to use div? This is my website, this is my code editor. Now I will only give you an example of div. So here I use my div tag. Now I give it a class. The class I give it a box. Fine, this is a div I used. And remember, always open your div and close your div and give it a class. The class is box. Fine, there's only a box. Now what, I want to create a box by using CSS. Now I will use your internal CSS in my style tag. So what I do, I have given a class, and I use my class selector by giving a dot, and the name is box. Fine, dot box and curly braces. I give this box a width by using my width property and a colon. The width I give it 300 pixels. 300. Fine, the 300 pixels width. I also give it in height. Okay, I give it in height by using my height property. So we have created a box, but I want to make it colorize. So the color, by use my color property, color, and the color I use here blue. Fine. So I have created a box. Now Control S, open your browser, refresh the page. It's not showing my box. I don't know what's wrong here. Again save this. Let me check, is there anything wrong. Class box, dot box with 30 pixels, height 30 pixels, color blue, everything is perfect. Open your browser, again refresh that. It's not showing anything. Let me put some content here. I will use your box one, save it. So here you can see that it's showing me box one, but I have to use here my background color. So I will use my background that is my background color. Now save it, refresh the page. As you can see, it has given me a box of 30 pixels. Now what I do, I just change the values of height and width and save it. And here you can see our box. Now on this we have our content. This is how you can use your div for header, for footer, for content. But remember, you have to use a main div. For your complete website you should have a main div. Now for example, now this is my box, I use it as my main. Fine, and here I will give it main. The width should be, you can use pixels as well, you can use percentage, that will be 100%, and height also 100%. I'm sorry, what's wrong here? Okay, 100%. Now save it, open your browser, refresh the page. So we have a complete div. This is our main div, and we used here 100%, the height is 100%, the width is 100%. This is our main div. Now here we have to create another div for our heading, for footer. So for those div, what you have to do, you have to write your those div inside this div. Remember, inside this div, not outside this div. So here I use another div. This is my another div, I name it my header. This is my header, and I give it a class. The class will be header. This is my class div. Fine, now I save this, open browser, refresh the page. So you can see we have got some content here, header, but we have not given an height and width. We have to give it an height and a width by using CSS, and also we have to give it some padding. What is padding, what is margin, we will discuss in next episode. Then I will give you an assignment, and I will make a complete layout for a website, and I will show you how you can create layouts for the website, so you can start your career as CSS. But you have to learn so many things. You cannot start right now, but you can start practicing it now. Practice each and everything, whatever I'm telling you, whatever I'm teaching you here. Watch each episode carefully, do not escape from anywhere, and note each and everything whatever I'm doing here, and listen everything carefully. So guys, I hope you have got an idea about div, what are div, how to use div, how we make layout of website. You have got an idea about div. Now we will discuss about more things in next upcoming videos.